got that. 'Cause you 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 got that. Like you, 'cause you got that. Something that I need in my life, so give it to me. 'Cause you got that. Like you, 'cause you got that. Something that I need in my life, that I need, so 'cause you got that. Like you, 'cause you got that. Something that I need in my life, so give it to me. 'Cause you got that. Like you, 'cause you got that. Something that I need in my life, that I need, so 'cause you got that. Like, you, 'cause you got that.
All right, welcome back, CSRL Season 7. We are at Week 2 at Brands Hatch. Unfortunately, Jay will not be joining me in the booth today. Thought I was going to have to do it solo, but got lucky and managed to get two other special guests this week to join me. I've got Scott Taylor and David Macedo here. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Hello.
Thank you very much for joining me. I was worried I was going to be having to solo this week.
Yeah, I don't know if we can match up to Jay, but give it a shot.
Well, that's why there's two of us.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'll tell you what, the both of you much better than me soloing it. Trust me. I don't want to find out what that would be like. So, well, to get started here, I'm going to pull up on the screen for the broadcast the results of race 1 for Group 1. We can see the top 3. We got Miguel Torres, Ken North, and Suramuru as our top 3 for Group 1. And going into race 2 for Group 2, we have Oscar Martinez, Sean O'Brien, and DJ Young. Unfortunately, Oscar was not able to make the race this week. So this is going to.
Luckily, his the top 7 races are the only ones that count, so he should be as long as he can make the every other race, he'll still be in good shape.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits.
He seems pretty quick, so I don't think it should matter too much.
He can take a week off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the benefit here is, that the fact that like David said, 7 of the 8 races count. So if you got to take a week off, everyone has personal stuff or conflicts that come up. It still gives you a good fighting chance in the championship. And the guys are getting started here on the warm-up lap. Kind of go over the qualifying order. We have Eric Alvarez in qualified pole, followed by David Macedo, Miguel Torres, so strong top 3. It's a strong top 3 when you have Mike Wojcik qualifying 4th, because he's one hell of a driver too. So
yeah, it's the first time we're seeing him in this in the Ferrari, so not sure how he's gonna fare with it.
yeah, first time in the Ferrari, and his first time popping up in Season 7. He was not here for race 1, but joined us again. Was he here? He was not here last season. I think he took a season off from us. I don't think he was here last one, right, David?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because John just walked away with that season.
Yeah. And as far as the Group 2 qualifiers, let's go. So we have Sean O'Brien in first place for Group 2, Joe Marsiglia qualifying 2nd for Group 2, and Scott Taylor there in 3rd for Group 2. So Brands always an interesting track. Tell me what you guys' feelings on Brands, Scott.
I like it. It's a fun track. It's a fast track and a lot of hidden corners.
Yeah, I like it. It's just it really makes you focus because if you mess up, you're really out of the groove. You lose a lot of time.
Yeah, it is a brutal one. There's some brutal sections that will really ruin your race or cause you to drop quite a few positions.
Yeah, like
That
this one.
yeah, yeah. So I was gonna say that blind uphill right, which doesn't look so bad in helicam, but when you're behind the wheel driving, it's a daunting turn. All right, guys, getting formed up double here, and we will be off. Turn one can be a little tricky here because you kind of got that like off camber, sweeping right, the kind of downhill, right, David?
Yeah, it's really easy to slide on it
It
if you carry
is.
too much speed. You'll go right into the gravel.
And then if that doesn't get you, then you have the uphill hard braking zone. So we'll see how the guys get through here. And turn one is looking pretty good. I think we
Looks like
made it
everybody
through
got
without
through.
any. Yeah.
We can 3-4 wide maybe in the back.
Yeah, I see somebody off. Was that Joe? Let's go back. We'll go as Joe and Driveman. So they made it down. It looks like
3 wide.
yeah. And yeah, just a little bit tight and just I guess where he tapped him, it kind of spun, kind of threw him off into the grass, but it looks like he made out okay considering.
Could have been worse.
Much worse, much worse. And top four here starting to spread out from the rest of the group. And another group, about 4 or 5 cars here with Albert, Cerna Doherty, and Ken North. And that White Cell past David Hicks there.
Oh, that's not good.
Not at all. And doing the right thing, waiting. Go back and see.
Maybe it looked like he thought he had room, but
Clipped.
he didn't.
Yeah, clipped a little too much of that inside. Oh, that was there, so that threw him. That's how he lost the one position, or started losing positions. Yeah, and I think you're right.
It looks like he just barely clipped Mota's front bumper.
But again, doing the right thing, waiting patiently, as tough as it is to do. And Torres off in the grass a little bit.
White chicks all over him.
Oh yeah.
This will be interesting.
And he's able to hold the inside. Clean here. And you can see Torres wanted to try to find a way back around, but nothing was there.
Yeah, Mike had a bad exit off that turn getting around him. He made it sick though.
Yes, he did. I'll head back through the group. It looked like Ken North is right on the back of Doherty. Oh, he much better speed through that first turn, and he's going to be able to pull up along inside turn 2 and take that 7th place position from Doherty. Good job, Ken.
Didn't really give Mike a choice there. He was going in.
Yeah, he had a lot better drive out of turn 1, and got right up alongside of him. All right, so checking out the top for Group 1, Alvarez, Macedo, very close. Just Macedo just 2/10 behind Alvarez at the moment, keeping that pressure on him. And then same thing with Torres and Wojciech, both very close. For our Group 2, we've got O'Brien. He is about a second ahead of Taylor. And then behind Taylor is Young, who's about 1.5 seconds behind. So that is our Group 2 top 3. And for now, we'll stay with the drivers up front, Macedo and Alvarez.
Looks like Hicks got a little
Oops.
loose there.
Yeah, 3 wide there with Tillman.
Was that Hicks in the back?
I think it was White Cell and
Yeah,
Tillman.
White Cell.
White yeah, White Cell. Let's go back and see.
And
That's who it
O'Brien?
was.
There's that slide.
Yeah.
Ooh, little contact there.
Or was. Yeah, and you have to imagine O'Brien, leading for Group 2, doesn't want to get caught up with the guys towards the back of Group 1, and doesn't matter if Tillman and Whitesell are in front of him because he's still leading Group 2.
It was a nice pass down on the inside there.
Mm-hmm. And check back up at the front. David's still glued to the back of Alvarez, maintaining that. I think it's been 0.2 pretty much since the start of the race. You have to imagine he's
We checking the gravel.
manages to stay in front, it looks like.
Might be seeing a lot of people going in the gravel off of turn 1.
Turn 1's probably my least favorite turn on this track. Just for that reason.
Yeah, this is mine right here.
Yeah, I don't like this. Has a lot of tricky turns. I do agree that uphill left. This one not so bad, but this next one I always find to be another tricky one, trying to get the car rotated so you're not going off into the dirt there. And then of course the infamous blind right.
It's strange because those corners are so similar, but one of them I always lose time on.
Yeah. And riding on board with Joe Marsiglia. He is just under a second behind Driveman, and
Fortunately, this track is very hard to pass at.
yes.
really
lot
had
of
to set up like the moves. Like, really, the hairpin's the only good place to pass.
Yeah, a lot of people will take that wait and see approach, wait for the other guy to, like make a mistake like
Like
this.
that.
This is exactly. Thank you for the demonstration. But yeah, that's a lot of guys will just kind of follow close and try to pressure guys into making a mistake at one of the turns. Or like you said, David, really being thoughtful and trying to plan out that area of attack. Where are your favorite spots to attack at?
The hairpin
The hairpin?
is really the
Yeah.
only place like the heavy braking zone. That turn right there is maybe uh, can be done with if they don't have the great
Ooh!
line. Ooh,
And we were talking about how deadly that uphill is, and it claims Kumar.
yeah,
I
there's
think
one.
going into this race, Kumar had said that I don't think he's had a race here that hasn't ended in a spin. So it looks like the curse continues, and you can see just right through here. Didn't catch too much of the inside, just caught those two wheels going off the outside. It looks like it was what did him in.
Yeah, just enough. He multiple times in practice he said he hated this track, so he's really showing how much he hates it.
Anytime you get grass in that section, it's always going to turn out bad.
Ah, it does. It does. I'll
Whether
sit
it's
there and just
leaving
try to
the turn
ride
or
through
entering
it.
the next one.
Yeah. Okay, so this is your favorite opportunity right here, David. Going into the hairpin here.
Yep.
And
oh,
and that is another spot that we didn't talk about the areas, but if you catch too much of that inside curb at the hairpin, that will also give you problems, and that
Yep.
lets Scott and DJ back through.
Yeah, those bumps on the inside of that hairpin really messed you up.
And it looks like North made it past Darty. I think I missed where that happened.
Cerner also monster trucking over the grass.
See Cobra trying to reel DJ and Scott back in. Alright, so we'll go back. So David still at 0.2 whatever seconds behind Alvarez. He is just, it almost looks like David's playing with them a bit. Just kind of having no problems keeping up with Alvarez's pace, but not trying to push or risk anything yet.
Yeah, I think he might be trying to make Alvarez make a mistake, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, and not to discredit Alvarez in any way. I mean, he's setting a great pace here, and you can see they've even started to both, pull away from Wojciech at this point, who's now about 2.5 seconds back. And Ken North on the back of Jesse Albert. Oh, and Jesse touches off track, able to keep control, but lets Ken, without a fight, get right on through. Darty, looks like, tried to follow him, but could not get past Jesse in time.
That was some good driving to keep that thing straight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go back and watch that.
That spot's really bad because the grass just sucks you off the track.
It does. And you can kind of see where it starts to do that to him. Yeah, he's lucky to only lose one position from that because he was off track for a while. Very good recovery.
Yep.
Oh, and looks like Jesse a tad wide there. He's gonna secure the inside though, go defensive. And it looks like that's gonna work for him. Darty loses a lot of speed going on the outside.
Yeah, very hard pass on the outside there. It's very hard to carry the speed to get down the straight. Looks like a nice lady on the side of Mike's car.
Yeah, with the Cruising USA theme this season. And tried to throw some fake louvers and ducks on the side to make like the Testarossa.
Ah,
Yeah. All right, so group 2, O'Brien at this point looks to be pulling out 9 seconds or so ahead of Taylor, who's second in group 2 right now. So Brian's kind of got a nice comfortable position. It's always nice if you can be leading your group by 9 seconds. That gives you a little bit of confidence to relax and not try to roll the dice on every one of these blind or challenging turns. Ooh, did he? Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon as I went to switch from, I'm telling you, there's freaking just tragedy waiting at the exit or entry almost every turn here.
Well, the track's quite narrow. At least when you're driving on it, it feels very narrow. So you try to use as much of the track as you can, but there's grass right on the edge of it, so it's really easy to get sucked in.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like runoff and like it's all grass.
Very different from Silverstone last week.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the wide tracks. I like where you can actually try to set up moves. It is very, very tough here to set something up.
Looks like Coburn might be trying to set up a move on
He is.
Taylor.
He is. Again, different groups here. So if Cobra gets by him, it doesn't affect Taylor's race in any way. And it's one of those things where if Taylor feels like he's getting slowed down by battling him, he might just want to let him through just to to not lose any time for himself.
Yeah.
Oh, jumps inside. Looks like Taylor kind of lets him through. Is Taylor gonna go right back at him?
Back.
Yeah, Taylor says not gonna just give it to you. There he goes.
Ooh, Cobra got a bad run off that.
Yeah. At this point, Cobra's just hoping he gets through, and then touch. Yeah, that's unfortunate for was that Kumar got caught up, right? Pink
Kumar, yeah.
That was Kumar. Oh, yeah. It looks like goes off track, and it just slides back on. It wasn't that he was even trying to steer back on.
It's unfortunate for Kumar. I think that's the second spin he's had so far in the races.
It is
really just getting started.
He really wanted by, I believe, and he was just sitting there waiting for a spot, and then he just got bumped.
Yeah, because he was racing Cobra, so they were trying to navigate around Scott, and it kind of just got a little out of hand.
Yeah, this. So I do see Alvarez has managed to plot a 2.5 on David. I wonder if we missed maybe a little close call moment with David.
Yeah, we're 11 laps in. I think David just decided he wanted to hang back and save his tires.
There is a lot of race left.
Whole lot. Yeah, we're only right now 16 16 minutes in, so.
Don't forget, David likes to pit at the last second.
Oh yeah, yeah. Want that 39-minute and 39-minute mark. And we have Moda, who is right on the back of Pedro. He is pulling him in.
That was close.
Yeah, and yeah, that last turn's another one I dislike very much. Gives Pedro a little bit of breathing room. I know he's happy not to have Alex Moda filling up his rearview mirror.
Yeah, that's got to be a sight. Have a previous champion bearing down on you.
Never a good time. So much easier to drive, for me at least, following somebody, not too closely, but just try to chase somebody down versus having somebody breathe down your neck the whole time.
Oh yeah, you can actually almost run fast. Like if the person in front of you is faster, you can. If you're good at copying them, you can almost kind of just copy their lines and keep up with them, even if you wouldn't have that raw pace naturally.
Well, when the fast guys come up behind me, I try to let them go, but they never wait for me to learn anything. They just take off.
No respect. I think
How am I
think
supposed to
they'd
learn
show some
anything?
appreciation. You think they'd say, "Oh, thanks for letting me get by. We'll teach you a thing or two," but they're not paying back the respect you're giving.
Not at all.
And yeah, Tillman closing in on White Cell now.
Looks like White Cell might have a little bit of damage.
Yeah, I saw that on the hood.
Yeah.
Tillman's doing very well with the NSX after the new update.
Yeah, he didn't get enough of it last season. He just
Little-
came back for more.
I like
Yeah.
his choice of lines. He didn't follow at all through that section.
He kind of drifted a little bit.
And that's going to get him in front of White Cell, so that moves Ken up to 11th overall. I think 10th in Group 1. Or did I say Ken? Or did I say Tillman? I meant to say Tillman if I did say Ken. Speaking. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. White Cell just dealing with damage.
Yeah, that damage really high, especially on those turns that are hard to hit with a perfectly working car.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright, so Kumar, after his latest incident with getting taken out by the car coming back on track, he is trying to get by DJ Young.
Looks like they're both fighting with damage.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of damage. So yeah, he's going to jump in the pits. They did just open. We're at the 20-minute mark, so
Yeah.
I think we'll start seeing a lot of these guys that took some damage to start jumping in the pits to get it fixed.
Yeah, tagged the wall on the pit entry there.
Oh, did he? I missed it. Bad?
Not too bad. He kind of doinked off of it.
I love the way the cars look going through that last turn. You can see them almost sliding.
Especially the 15 Ferraris.
A Ferrari Cup. Ferrari Challenge Series.
I do believe, I'm not going to count them all, it does look about half of the field is Ferraris.
Yes, we've had some complaints.
Yeah.
But when you get a new car, everyone kind of gravitates to it. It always happens.
Everybody except Scott. Scott's still running the old Ferrari.
Damn right, staying true.
I kind of wish I had now because all the videos on YouTube have the new cars. how to set them up, how to do the track laps, track guides, everything.
Yeah, Darty just could not find any way around Jesse through here. Jesse going super defensive again. It's not gonna make it easy for you. You're gonna have
He
to earn
closed
it.
that door.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, Jesse definitely one of the more experienced drivers here. And still waiting to see if Moda could reel back in Perez. He had gotten up to him a few laps ago, but after that touching off track, Perez has managed to keep that gap.
Yeah, I wonder how Moto's feeling. This is the first race we're seeing with them with the new physics. Wonder
New
how he's
physics, and he went with the new Ferrari, right?
well, the new Porsche.
I mean, God, I can't talk. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, there's so
It's
many
a very
Ferraris.
interesting Ferrari. Yeah.
Just have
Yeah.
Ferrari on the mind.
So this is his first race with the new physics?
Yeah, he wasn't at Silverstone.
Ah.
Yeah. First race for Wojciech, Moda. I think that's all I can think of. At least for Group 1.
And you know what? Torres has fallen back from Wojciech, and Ken is ready to pounce.
Into the clutches of trusty
Yeah.
Ken.
Yeah, Mr. North. He got him there.
Wow.
If he can hold the inside here, not go too wide, he does. Good. Yeah, he's managed to.
That was some
to
commitment
get
on that
Torres.
inside.
Yeah, let's go back. I want to see that again from stay in the heli cam.
Looks like Torres
Yeah.
is started burning up his tires.
Well, we talk about Ken week in week out that he's consistently one of the top finishers, and he's looking like he's going to be able to do the same this race. But again, it is brands. Anything you're a spin or an accident away.
Yeah,
Almost
that's
every
true.
turn. Yeah, check on Hicks. I know from talking to Hicks in practice, is not loving the brands.
Yeah, I think this week was extra challenging for everybody with everybody still trying to get used to the new physics.
Oh,
Another
he suffers the
spin.
same fate as Kumar. Yeah, did get to go facing the right way. If you want to put a positive spin on it.
I wonder how much damage he took on. Those walls don't move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always hard to say. It definitely took some, but it's hard to always say how the car's actually driving after.
He went straight
But yeah,
to the
it looks
pit,
like he hasn't pitted yet, so yeah, jumps on the opportunity to take his pit. Yeah, and this is where it always gets fun. We get the shuffle of everyone who starts to pit, and it's hard to track who has pit versus who hasn't pit. So about 5 minutes into the pits being open, they'll close in about 15 minutes, and we'll see things. We'll see the order get settled. But right now, Alvarez, Macedo, and Wojciech are top 3 in Group 1. Group 2, O'Brien, Taylor, and now Moore has made his way up into 3rd place. So
Interesting race for a lot of people. A lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how many people take the extra time in the pits to get it fixed, or who wants to try to make up some time and maybe being the guy who doesn't get the damage fixed and have a slightly shorter pit.
Yeah, that's the question. Sometimes it can actually hurt you, especially if you had the damage early on. You've
Mm.
kind of adapted to the way the car drives now, and then you get the
Yeah.
damage fixed, and it's all different again.
This is driving too good now. Yeah, because it's all about muscle memory and rhythm, right? Like once you get used to it driving a certain way, any change, even for the good, can be an adjustment.
Yeah,
Oh
this
yeah.
is a big rhythm track.
Hmm.
Or if not rhythm, at least getting in a groove.
So when's the last time you saw this many Ferraris on the track?
You know what? I don't an actual like one of the Ferrari Challenge races. Like I have not, even with this, even the year or the season or whatever, the update where they did the Evo Ferrari. I saw quite a lot of people driving it, but the Mercedes kind of was the more popular car, I think, after that. When the
Yeah,
Mercedes
yeah.
Evo came out and the Ferrari Evo, most people kind of gravitated towards the Mercedes. So I don't think I've ever seen this many people driving the Ferrari.
I was like one of the lone Ferrari drivers for a while here.
I know. Look, man, you stay tried and true, and all these other bandwagon Ferrari drivers. Ooh,
Boy, he's slipping and sliding everywhere.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Porsche's really bad at burning up his rear tires with how much rotation it gets.
Hmm.
And Torres likes to drive on the edge anyway, so
And I feel like this is the track that you need the rotation, so like you're having to use that. So it's probably forcing it to burn up more.
it's also if he's set up his car to have a lot of rotation, you have to be extra careful with all the elevation changes. Like coming into here, it's real easy when the back of the car gets light for it to come around like it almost wanted to do there.
Yeah, I thought you were about to get the commentator's curse.
I hope I don't have commentators curse being a special guest.
It's okay. We do it all the time.
Oh
So
yeah, a lot of activity at the back of that car. He's really fighting it.
yeah. And speaking of fighting it, there goes. Well, I think that was White Cell. Is that White Cell again?
Cobra.
Cobra.
Oh, Cobra. Yeah. Sorry, White Cell.
So many damn Ferraris.
No. It's going to be real important that people don't change their liveries this season, because you're not going to remember them by car. You're going to really have to lock in the livery.
Need to color code everybody.
Yeah.
If Kunos didn't make it the car so easy to drive, a lot of people wouldn't be driving it. Could probably also blame David. I think he posted a setup in the Discord for everybody to use, and I believe after that everybody wanted to drive it.
I think you're right. Everyone's like, I wonder if I can do what David does in that Ferrari. Yeah, and so we had Ken get by Torres. Now, no, it looks like Torres went to pit. I think Torres, yeah. So Torres is going in the pits.
Yeah, he wants to get off those tires. They're really bad.
And so Jesse's coming up on lap traffic right now.
Yeah, that's life.
Yeah, and this is never where you want to come across lap traffic, is when you have a guy running your tail. And Life does an excellent job of letting the race continue.
Yeah, I think Life's having a race he'd rather forget. I've seen him off the track a couple times.
Yeah, he's someone who's improved hugely as a driver. I know he's I think said with the physics update, I think he also got some new equipment. There's an adjustment period, but seeing how much he improved last season, I expect he'll get there again this one as well. So
He also has it's hard for him to practice because during the week he is for his work he is out of town, so he really only gets to practice, I believe, like on Friday nights when he gets home, and then over the weekend. So he really has to
Yeah,
try to
that's tough.
he really has to pack a lot of practice into a short time. And again, with the physics change, the equipment change, and everything. It's really got to be hard.
Not working in his favor, is it?
I don't believe so.
I don't think I could survive with 1 day of practice.
Yeah, not many can, right? It's one of the it's one of the things. You get some people who I feel like could just jump in and or you know they can take breaks from the game, but I think for a majority of us, it takes you know repetition and muscle memory and a little
Well,
too much of that inside curve.
I feel like when the race is over, I just want to do a do-over because I finally learned it.
I'm the opposite. I'm like ready to go to sleep when the race. I'm like exhausted, covered in sweat.
Yeah.
So that's what I love at the end of the race, when you're more comfortable and you can feel like you can push it harder. It's really where I like to make things happen.
So we got Hicks closing in on Marlowe again. These guys in different groups. Hicks running in Group 1 and Marlowe in Group 2. So this isn't for position, but and you know what? Marlowe, he stayed true. He kept with the Marlowe. I think was he BMW last year, last season. What was Marlowe? I think he was BMW. He didn't go the Ferrari bandwagon jumping.
Thank God some people didn't, or really be a Ferrari Cup.
Yeah.
We'll see how many people stick with it next season.
Oh, I'm sure they'll nerf it or change it enough that like the BMW, right? Oh, Marlowe goes a little bit wide, and then yeah, it goes off. That's gonna go ahead and let Hicks on through.
He may have been letting him by.
Yeah, true. Because again, it doesn't not racing for position between the two. So, and so David back with within a second of Alvarez.
Was that Ken North off the track?
Yeah, that was.
Let's see what happened. What happened to North? Having trouble even finding. Here we go.
I think he moved on you twice there.
Yeah.
Well, did he dip two wheels off in the grass?
Yeah, I don't think we talked about this turn either. This is not even there. Actually, that's not even typically what gives people fits, but that'll do it there too. Normally, what will get people is after you're through that and touch off too much here, but yeah, Brand's just full of places that'll punch you right in the you know what.
Well, if anybody can come back from the spin, I think it's Ken.
He definitely has his work cut out for him, that's for sure.
So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Ken is that dropped him down to 11th. So
I think a few people haven't pitted yet, also.
yeah. I don't know if Ken's one of them or not. I have to think he did pit though if he's back. I don't know. Now, who is between.
I think that's Jesse.
Cabinet number. Not. Oh yeah, it is.
I think Alvarez just jumped in the pits.
All right, yeah, we're at the 36 mark, so 3 minutes. We'll see David Pitt maybe next lap after.
Fairly short lap, so it's pretty easy to really wind out all the time. Dave's looking like he wants to get around Jesse.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if that would be the better move, even if I was Jesse, just let David get up and start messing with the people. You know, get up to Doherty, and
Oh, there's a lot of traffic right here.
there's a
Yep.
whole lot of traffic they are getting through. Well
Oh
done.
God. Oh, David's
Good
gonna
on
shoot the
three
middle.
wide.
three wide. Why not? Why not? Brands isn't dangerous enough. Yeah, so that's gonna finally let David get through. So
I don't think Jesse knew he had uh somebody behind him that was on like on a different lap.
Well, with that many cars on the track, you don't know if the blue flag's for you
oh
or
my,
somebody else.
Yeah.
yeah, so many cars on track with this such a short track. There's just always somebody there, whether it's someone on your lap or a different lap.
Especially in the middle of a pit window.
Yeah. And so we're at the 38-minute mark. I have to imagine David is gonna pit this lap.
I'll bet
Yes,
you
about
doesn't.
another minute or so, and we'll be able to figure out where everybody's going to be at. So everyone should have pitted. I think we're talking about Ken back in 11th. He's showing back in 7th now. So I think you're right. Some of the people that were pitting.
He's not too far behind Jesse.
Mm-mm.
You just seen him disappearing off to the right.
Yep, here goes Macedo. Last pit.
He went flying in there too.
He does. You can tell that man practices his pit stops. If he doesn't only drive on edge, he pits on edge. Now, what will be interesting is when David goes to leave the pits. So, let's see, where is Alvarez on the track right now? Yeah, Alvarez is about to hit the start finish. Let's go back to David's just getting released from the pits.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
It's going to be very close.
There
There goes
Alvarez.
out. Yeah, there he goes. So
Maybe
David
2 seconds.
returns to hunting Alvarez. Yeah, showing up. It's showing his. I guess we'll see it here soon. I think you're right about.
It's interesting seeing Wojciech in first.
Yeah, so I think what happened. The information I got, Wojciech, there was an issue with the server. Wojciech not taking tires because it wasn't mandatory, and there was some confusion. So we'll adjust post race if it impacts the position. But I think that's what allowed him to sneak in front of Alvarez and Macedo, not intentionally. We'll have to see how that plays out. All right, so for the second half right now, so Wojciech, Alvarez, and David Macedo are top 3 in Group 1. O'Brien, Taylor, and Young, who's in third place. Young had made it by more.
There's not a lot of times on that board.
Oh, and Young touch off a little bit there, able to keep control. And David showing a best of a 123.9. Pretty strong race pace. Wow, and Alvarez so far 123.7. Both these guys, you can see why they were the front runners of this race.
And the last was a 124.1, so he's not too far off of that
No.
either.
He is not. And interesting too, through the pits, it looks like Doherty did end up in front of from Albert, as they both pitted separately. And hopefully we'll see Torres maybe on some fresh tires, hopefully.
Yeah, he really killed that last set.
Yeah.
Looks like he drops back a lot from the top 3.
Almost 25 seconds.
And that was his best lap Torres just ran.
Wow.
So yeah, new tires seem to be working much better for him.
Yeah, Mike's not too far behind him either.
No, he is. I think it was about a 1.5, now down to like 1.7, so he's definitely within reach. Although if Torres keeps the pace, he might start pulling away from him, so we'll have to watch and keep an eye on that.
Yeah. Torres just has to be careful he doesn't burn up those tires again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Jesse's showing about 3 seconds behind Doherty. Oh, Macedo has caught Alvarez. Reeled him in from, I think it was showing like 1.5 or 2 seconds before, now under a second.
I think Eric's getting tired of seeing that red Ferrari in his rear view.
That probably made this race feel like a 2-hour race instead of a 60-minute race, having that red Ferrari in your rearview mirror for half of it.
They are catching Wojciech too. It was, I think, at the biggest, it was about 12-second gap. They've pulled it down to 8.
Yeah, 8, and there's still 15 minutes left. So if they're able to, it'll be interesting. It's almost going to require them to do like a second a lap faster in order to catch them. Let's see what happens.
Ooh, down to 4 already. Wojciech might have had a mistake.
Wow.
Split it in half from what we just looked at.
Yeah. It's making it look better and better. They have a chance here. Yeah, you can clearly see Wojciech up there now.
Yep, in the yellow car.
Yeah. There's a cloud of smoke up here. Is
Hey,
that
somebody's off
Wojciech
track.
off? Somebody's off. Oh, it is Wojciech.
Oh no!
It's Wojciech. That's going to let Alvarez and Macedo. Let's have to go back and see what happened to Wojciech here.
Last lap was 128. That's where they caught up.
Was it just a little too much of? Yeah, I think
too
just
much grass.
Yep, and got the car back on, but just it was sliding too much and just carried him back off track.
Looked like it was bouncing.
Yeah, I'm curious too if we watch. Was he? Yeah, you hear him feathering the throttle, trying to keep it straight, but once it was lost, it's just carrying too much momentum.
Yeah, those old tires not working out.
That was a long crash.
That was. Well, Wojciech's still having a good race for, especially returning after being away for so long. I think we were talking to him before the race, and he had been a while away from the game and just came back after the 1.9 update.
Well, that's a pretty good return.
And Doherty just gained a lot there. He is all over the back of Torres now. Torres keeping inside defensive line through. It's going to put him a little bit wider. Is Doherty going to be able to get the run up into turn 1?
He's got the
I
inside.
think so.
Torres gave him a little bit of a squeeze.
Yeah, he did.
He makes it stick.
He does. You have to imagine. Yeah, okay, he was able to.
Mike dives real inside
Yeah.
there. Didn't want to give Torres any shot.
No, I think after what happened with where I think it was Ken or someone shot the inside, was careful not to do that.
Mike didn't even let that door get a crack in it.
Yeah, and he started to pull away, so this might give him a chance to get some space and not have to worry about him fighting back. Oh, Doherty loses a lot of speed through there, and Torres climbs back. Is he going to be able to make a move here? No way. Through the blind right, pulls it off,
Wow.
and is able to stick. That is impressive. I got to right. I think I have to see that on board from Torres.
I don't think he gave Mike a choice. He just stuck Mike on the outside and told him to figure it out.
This was a nice move. I mean, he had the run, he had the speed, was able to get inside, but the fact that he was able to hold it off too, not go off track there.
I wouldn't have tried that.
Yeah, you definitely got some car confidence if you can pull off that kind of move.
Yeah.
That was good. All right. And are they coming up on lap? Oh, so Yeah, moved right off, let them by.
These two look fairly matched on pace right now.
They do. You have to think if Alvarez can kind of maintain it, he could have a chance at taking the win. I mean, it's very difficult to pass here.
They're both still
And so,
running very low 24s.
yeah, that's still hell of a pace this late in the race.
There are some lap cars coming up. Move it
Yeah,
out of the way, though.
that's the wild card. I'll tell you what, man, Alvarez, he's got nerves of steel. I don't think I could have survived this long with David in my rear view this many laps. I would have been forced into a lot more mistakes.
Talking to him after the race, he said he's
Ooh,
had
slide.
practice. That was a bad place to catch Miller there.
Yeah,
It's impressive he held on to that though.
it is.
See
I
how
want
much
to see
opposite
this.
lock he has.
That's what I want to see. Yeah. Ooh, you know that just had his butt pucker. Oh my god.
Are we side by? Did we go side by side right there?
Yes, you did. Let me get to. Oh, practically touching. So close there.
So what did Alvarez say after the race?
He's had some practice with having David behind him a
Hmm.
couple seasons ago in Hungaroring.
Ah.
Oh,
no.
Looked like David just either outbraked himself or misjudged the braking point.
Yeah, very easy to do here.
Yeah, very late
Yeah.
braking from David there. That was a bad mistake.
Yeah, it looks like the car didn't want to stop as much there either, because it didn't look like it was severely late, but. But thankfully didn't spin him, so race goes on. And so Doherty back on the back of Torres. David on the back of Alvarez. We got two really close battles here coming to the final laps. At the 52, 53-minute mark of the race, so probably like 3 laps left. 3, 4.
I think Alvarez wants to get away from David.
You think?
Yeah, it looks like David fell back a little
Yeah,
bit.
he did.
Maybe
All right, well,
a bit embarrassed or wanted to regroup.
we'll take a little peek back through the field. So, Ken 7th,
Ooh, somebody was off
Pedro
track.
8th. Yeah, I missed who it was. I didn't
Green
see
and
in
black.
Maybe
yeah, that
life.
was yeah, green and black probably was life. The group 2 though, O'Brien, Taylor, and Young are still our top 3. Young doesn't have, I think Moore's quite a bit back, so that should, pending no mistake by those, that should be the finishing order. The finishing order for Group 1 looks like it still has a chance of being shuffled though before the end of this, and Doherty still right on the back of Torres.
Mike with the little Easter egg in his team name. A little reference to the first Fast and Furious.
Yes, yes.
It's too bad we don't have any Supras on the field.
That would be cool. Yeah, you gotta play the original Assetto Corsa for that. All the mods. And Torres goes off. That's gonna let Doherty close in. I don't think Doherty's not gonna have the pace to try to do back what Torres did to him earlier on the blind right, though.
Well, I would definitely take the Supra over the Charger.
And David all over the back of Alvarez.
It looks like David set
Once
another
again.
charge. He set his fastest lap that last time.
Yeah, he reeled him in a lot down that. Oh, Alvarez goes off.
No.
Is that gonna? He maintains a lot of speed though, staying off the track. That was good. I thought that was gonna give David the chance to get inside.
I believe he just held the throttle fully down and
Oh,
just
he
winged
had
it.
to have. He had to have. He lost almost no speed
Oh,
there.
he had a bad run
Yeah.
out of that turn though.
He did. I looked like when he came back off, when he came back on the track for being off the grass, the last couple turns he was, looked like he was fighting to stay on the apex, so the tires might have lost a little bit of grip, or he overheated them.
Yeah, I'm not sure if ACC physics works like it, but he might have had grass in the tires.
Yeah, maybe. It looked like he definitely struggled the couple turns, or just threw him off his rhythm, but the last two turns after he came back on, he definitely was a little bit off. All right, so now Doherty again trying to get by Torres. Looks like he's gonna have him here, but there is Scott coming up.
He was a lap down.
Who is a lap down yet? And he's gonna move out the way. Doherty's able to hold the inside. Now
Torres
it's
is
gonna be
really good at holding that
yeah.
outside though. It's the second
And-
time we've seen him do that.
And see if Torres is gonna want to shoot up the inside here. He does. That's gonna looks like it's gonna let him have it. Although he's gonna put Doherty on the inside for the next one.
Yeah.
Doherty uses a lot of speed there.
I don't think Mike wanted to tempt fate going too wide there.
Yeah, he doesn't quite have the balls that Torres did to try to make a move through that. You can see he definitely backed out of it there. But he is running out of time. We're about 57-minute mark, so if he's gonna have to find a way through.
Well, they also have to be careful because they have Jesse, Ken, and Pedro within about 6-7 seconds of them. So
That's a good point.
any mistake could they could lose them by quite a few positions.
And he's managed to reel him back in again. He's
And it looks like Torres's
Yeah.
rear tires are screaming again.
Torres is starting to pull away. This is I think we're on the final lap right now. This is it. I believe. Double.
Catching Miller. Oh, Miller's gonna let him go.
Yeah, good job. Good awareness, Miller.
Well, Mike's gonna have to get a lot closer if he wants to make a move
Oh,
before this
He
lap's
is.
over
That's
with.
actually might have been that might have been it. Torres getting off a little bit off track and losing a little bit of traction there.
Oh yeah, he's wiggling all around, over the place. Those rear tires are dead.
Yeah, it looks back to how he looked earlier when he started losing position to people in the first half of the race before pitting.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's
Ooh, another wiggle.
And
Oh,
flips
no.
Doherty.
God.
And Torres
Ooh.
makes it out. But
Oh.
Jesse, and then there's Pedro.
Looked like Mike was in
And
a really bad spot. He didn't want to
yeah,
move because he was right on the
yeah,
racing line, but everybody else is coming around the turn.
that's exactly it. So go on board with Doherty. I mean, there's nothing. You don't want to move because you don't want to do anything unexpected. But when you're stopped in the middle of the track and you got guys
Behind a blind
coming
corner.
through. Yeah, exactly.
That's also a very hard turn to go side by side in. Pedro
Yeah, I want to
did.
see. Let's see. What does it
Pedro
look
did
like from?
knock him around.
I'm gonna say, what's it look like from Pedro's view? Yeah, Pedro did him the biggest favor because he spins him around, and it looks like I think we'll watch out. But I think Doherty's able to get by Jesse because Pedro's spinning him around, and Jesse's still trying to recover and get back on track. So yeah, Pedro comes around and just from this view it didn't even look bad.
Yeah, looked like a little tiny clip.
Yeah, he spun Doherty back around, and that was looks like that let him get by Jesse. Kind of owes Pedro a beer for that one.
Yeah, it seems like Pedro likes to do that. He tends to
Help people out. Saint Pedro.
give him bumps to save him.
Saint Pedro.
Yeah, if that's what we want to call.
So we got the race that's gonna do it. Macedo, Alvarez, Wojciech are our top three for Group 1. O'Brien, Taylor, and DJ Young for Group 2. Well, we're past the dangers of Brands Hatch. Before we sign off, we typically do driver of the day. I will say, why don't we do this, David? You're from Group 1. You pick who do you pick as your group? You're from Group 1, so you pick a Group 2 driver, and Scott pick a Group 1 driver for your driver of the day, and I'll sit silent this week.
Interesting. This is gonna be
Yes.
tough.
For Group 2, I think Sean, he really just kind of ran away with it. Him and Scott both really ran away with it, but I think you can see there Sean's about 28 seconds ahead of Taylor. He has 4 people from Group 1 behind him. I think we didn't see him too much this race, but I think probably have to say he's probably my driver of the day. He really did a good job on a tough track.
Yeah, he definitely rose to the occasion this week, and took advantage too of the fact that Oscar was out this week, so that really let him, one less guy to have to compete with this week. So, great job. All right, Scott, how about you, man?
This is tough. I'm gonna go with Alvarez because he put up with David the whole time, right on his rear bumper.
That is good. And we saw lesser people have issues dealing with that kind of pressure. Alvarez really did hold up to it well, and kept it right down to the end. So I think that's a great pick, man.
I mean, that's a lot of laps to have someone in your rearview mirror that close.
You're telling me that would make that that would just like I said earlier, it would make a 60-minute race feel like an endurance race dealing with that the whole time. It's just
Oh
it
yeah.
makes time go by so much slower.
Yeah, I think the farthest gap that they had, excluding the pit stop, was probably about 2.5 seconds.
It was a close race, a whole race.
Well, I will throw up the championship points again. You guys won't be able to see them, but the viewers will. And I'll just go over. So, granted, we're still only at race 2, and it's only the best 7 of 8 races count. But as it stands right now, the points, David Macedo, Miguel Torres tied for first place, both with 51 points. So we've already got a really close battle at the front for Group 1. And then Ken North, and followed by Eric Alvarez, are top for Group 1. Group 2, Sean O'Brien, Scott Taylor, DJ Young. Oscar is going to drop back in the championship because of the fact that he had missed a week. But again, only your top 7 of 8 will count. So all this is kind of almost irrelevant this early on. But we'll just, keep tracking. It's interesting to see where everyone stands. All right. Well, next week we are going to be at Watkins Glen, right?
Yes.
All right. So we will be at Watkins. That goes back to a nice wide track from this narrow British track, whatever. It's America for week 3.
Yeah,
All right.
there you go.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. It would have been a lot harder doing it solo. So thanks for jumping in. I appreciate you guys.
No problem.
Last minute keeping me company in the booth.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Well, we will see everybody next. We'll see everybody on Saturday. Thanks for watching, and look forward to it. Bye, everyone.